Welcome to episode 6 of Shadow Stories. For episode 6 of Shadow Stories, I have my first group interview. Today I have Manila Maake, Ali Namosimalua, and Neti. And these three young women are upcoming rugby stars who will be discussing their culture, journey, and more. Girls, how are you guys doing today?
Good. How about you?
You know, I'm glad I got all three of you here today, and today's going to be a good day, get to interview all three of you. So jumping into it, I had a previous interview with Samisi Saluni, and he said his name means a lot to him. How important is your name in your guys' culture?
My first name, I'm named after my grandmother, so that means a lot to me. But for the last names, for my last name, I feel like in the Tongan culture, your last name basically represents who you are, where you come from, whose daughter you are, what village and island you part of the island you come from, and all that. It just basically represents who you are.
That same thing for me. My full name is Alicia Rose Namosimalua, and Alicia is not really too common in the Fijian culture, but Namosimalua, my last name, translated to English means pain slowly, and like Neti said, like I feel like your last name means a lot for where you come from, and I think it has to do with a lot of who you are and who you aspire to become. So yeah.
My name. So my first name is Manila, and then middle name Grace Ann Maake. And then like my first name, I'm named after all my dad's nieces and my fahu. And a fahu in the Tongan culture is like the most highly respected sister, because she's the older sister of the dad. So basically women in the Tongan culture are highly respected as well as honored. So for me to carry their names is like, it's like a honorable thing for me as well. And then like them, my last name, it's like a trademark for who you are and who you carry on your back. So every action that you make, it reflects on your family.
Now, for people that do not know much about the Tongan or Fijian culture, how important is your culture, and what are the main differences between being a female and a male in your cultures?
We were taught big on respect. Like that's one of the main things. And yeah, basically respect is just like the biggest thing in our culture. Like if you were to show respect, then you'll get respect back. And also it's like a impression of love in our culture. And the difference of being a girl and a male in our culture, I feel like the girls in our culture are like we have more restrictions. We're like taught to stay home. We can't go out that much. And like for dating rules, like the girls are supposed to stay home and the boys have to come to the house. We literally can't leave the house. Like we're taught on that.
Okay. I'm gonna just add on to Neti. I think she hit it. I feel like nowadays they're kind of more open to opportunities for women, especially in our culture. They're more welcoming about it. So like probably like about like 8 to 5 years ago, playing rugby is like considered like not taboo, but it's something that's like not normalized in our culture. It's something that only boys should do. Like anything contact, only boys should do. Anything physical, only boys should do. And just like she said, like girls were always raised to like stay at home, be I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry. But like she said, guys were meant to be outside and girls were meant to stay indoors, like doing the house cleaning, stuff like that. And it's always been like that. But now, like nowadays, everything is starting to, slowly become welcoming for women in sports in our culture.
Well, jumping into the sports side, you three are considered to play a quote-unquote male-dominated sport. Has this ever led to people looking or treating you differently?
I wouldn't say treated differently, but definitely looked at differently. I know that, like, since it is a male-dominated sport, and, like, I don't know, I kind of just get a lot of, like, people kind of look at girls that play rugby as kind of, like, masculine and more, I guess, kind of just manlier than an average girl, and I think that kind of just like outlook on us is kind of not only annoying, but it's kind of just says a lot about the people who say that. And like I feel like it comes from like a kind of sexist point of view, but I mean, like, yeah, that's just me.
Were any of your parents ever worried about you guys joining and playing rugby?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, my parents. So I'm Fijian, and Fijian, like, rugby and Fijian culture is so big. And like Nila and Neti were basing off or talking about it before. Like rugby is not allowed in our culture for girls to play. So when I first brought the idea to my parents, they did not like it at all. Like, they did not. I used to be a swimmer, so they thought I should just stick to that. And I literally had to like sneak out of my house to go to my first rugby practice. So yeah, like my parents did not like it at all. But now they're really supportive. And yeah.
Yeah, that's like me. Adding on to Ali, rugby was like kind of like a privilege. Like, I'd have to work in order to play, instead of it being like a hobby or something that my parents first supported when I was joining. It was like they were more scared of me getting hurt. Like, but at the same time, my brothers were playing, so it was kind of like they were more worried about me getting injured or things like that. They were more worried about like physical contact and stuff like that.
Now, for all three of you, what does rugby mean to you?
Everything. It's like the love of my life. I love everything. But yeah, it means a lot. It's like our ticket. I feel like all of our ticket out.
I mean, yeah, just based off what Neti said, I definitely see rugby now as like a ticket, not only out, but just a ticket to express myself in ways I can't really do on a day-to-day basis. Like, like, as everybody knows, rugby is a very physical sport, and girls aren't really seen as to be physical or should be physical. So I feel like, I mean, I think I could say this for most of us, like, rugby is definitely an outlet for us to express ourselves and like our physicality and like other sides of us that people don't really see, like on a day-to-day basis from us.
Now, for all three of you who are, either on a college rugby team or have the opportunity to, did you ever expect making it to the collegiate level?
I'll start it off. When I first started playing, it wasn't really like I said, when I first started, my parents didn't really support it. So it was something that I had to create a passion for. And then like junior year started coming, and then like we started talking about opportunities with our coaches, and then we have all these recruits coming up to our teams during tournaments. So I feel like it's something that we built up. Like, you build up your opportunity for rugby, especially because it's not a popular sport, especially for women too.
Yeah, like what Neil said, I didn't really see it. I didn't see it as big, like, to get into college. I didn't see it as like we were talking about, I didn't see it as a ticket out. I just did it as just like for fun. But I can definitely say, like, in the rugby culture or like community just around the world, the people who run like organizations, like coaches and just like leaders of the organizations, definitely give people opportunities. Like, coaches, especially in colleges, they come out and they want to help you. So I guess that definitely helped like lead the path for many girls who now play rugby in college and stuff, because opportunity is given to them rather than them seeking it out. Like, it's there. It's just them. It's just a process of them getting connected.
So how were you guys able to work your way up the ranks and become noticed by colleges?
Obviously, training, attending practices so that you're able to better your skill, and then being part of like side clubs. Like, I know Neti and Ali, they were part of like Rhinos Academy. It's like a club where you travel around and recruiters get to watch you play at tournaments and stuff like that. And I feel like that's just playing tournaments around NorCal.
Also, like, just playing our heart out on the field,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get them to notice you, because they not only look at your skills, they look at your attitude, your sportsmanship, how you are with the team.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, agreeing with Neti. It's not as so much what you do on the field, it's what you do off the field. So how you treat people, how you treat your opponents, how you are when you're not on the field, around your teammates, how you like perceive yourself in front of coaches, in front of your elders, especially like being in a Polynesian culture, like respecting your elders and maintaining like a kind of like poise yourself in front of your elders is something really big to us. So like showing that on the field, poise and just like calm self, also showing out when the right time is. Yeah, definitely just how you are as a person helps you get higher or farther, I guess.
Now, for Ali and Neela, you two are at Central Washington now playing rugby. What made you decide to go to Central Washington, and what are your goals when you're there?
Okay, I'll start. So my I had like a rocky season. Like my season got cut short. My family to attend games. That's what I kept in mind. Attending games like for my family to be able. It was the closest. It was either that or further options. But it was that and the way that they made you feel more than just like an athlete, not just the athletic community, but as well as the school itself. It made me feel more at home and welcome to be there.
Yeah, I agree with Neela. It's definitely very close to home, so I definitely kept my family in mind so they could just visit whenever they wanted. But also, I have to say the main reason why I chose Central is the coaches. They 100% care. They care about you as an athlete, but they care about you as a person. Definitely making sure you get farther as like an adult rather than an athlete. They definitely care about what you're doing inside the classroom and how your mental health and just like your general well-being. And I definitely really appreciate that with the coaches. So I definitely say the coaches are a big reason why I chose Central.
Now, for Neti, two questions right here. What are you looking forward to, or what are you looking for in a college since you're in the recruiting process, and what are your goals when it comes to college when it comes up?
So like my goals, hopefully for next season, because that's my senior year. I hope we do get back on the field to even play with all this going on. But if we do, like my number one goal is just try and get noticed more, like by as many colleges as I can get, and to just play harder, practice, become more fit, and all the athletic stuff. And like the colleges, what I look for is like how the program is with rugby, like how they're gonna treat me if I do come there. Not only me, but like how they treat their team as a coach and all that.
Well, final question. Do you guys have any final message about anything that's towards your family, friends, the college, anyone?
I guess shout out to all the rugby girls that are playing. Continue to chase your dreams, do it big, fail hard, and whatever you do, don't let anybody or anything define who you are and what you will become. That's your own choice.
Oh, I guess I just say shout out to my Sac Pal Amazon family, the Sacramento Amazons. Uh, they definitely helped me to where I am today, and I would not have accomplished anything without them. So shout out to the coaches, shout out to the players, shout out to everybody part of that organization. They're doing great stuff for great kids. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the Lamarinda girls.
Period.
Because just playing with them brings more spirit to even want to play the sport more. And like to my coaches too, they've been my coaches since I started playing, and I could not thank them anymore. And I've already tried to show them. And then like to my family, they already know I love them with all my heart. And shout out to them for all the support that they always show when it comes down to rugby and game days for me and my sister.
Awesome. I got to thank you three for your time, and good luck to you two that are going off to college. And Neti, good luck for your senior year. Hopefully rugby comes back soon.
Right.
Right.